GM. Welcome back, everybody, to Noun O'Clock live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're watching the end of the auction for Noun 1309. This French fried cat we got yesterday. If you want to check it out with us, nounoclock.live or nomo.wtf. That's nomo.wtf is the place to be. They'll both take you to the same place. While you're here, you can check out Nomo Noun number 1309. This frozen boot we got yesterday to prep for winter for just 0.00069 ETH. That is 217 USD. Holy shit. You can mint it for just 0.00069 ETH. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain, the Nouniverse, and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, Yellow Collective Noun number 379, the Retro Radio, is still on auction for the next 4 minutes and 45 seconds for only 0.02 ETH. If you want to jump in on this and pick up this Yellow Collective Noun, you can do so at yellowcollective.xyz. And if you want to see any of these and you are joining us from YouTube or Twitter, go ahead and click that link in the description of the stream. That'll bring you here to the tavern, where you will be able to join in on the conversation live, see all of the links that we post, talk to the people who are here if you so choose. And if you don't want to, that is A-okay as well. Those links will still be here after the show is over. So all of the links that we talk about, built in to the tavern, or you can just continue to watch them here. We are coming up on 30 seconds left on this nouns auction. Are we going to see another bid, or is CXY going to pick up a fifth noun? I suppose we'll be finding out shortly. Noun O'Clock.live. Might be a fifth noun. Noun O'Clock.live to find out. Then we're going to play a little game, and it does look like it's too late for another bid to come in, so Noun O'Clock.live, nomo.wtf. We're going to play a little game called FOMO that we play here every single day at the Noun Square. However, we're doing a little different today because it is time for janky FOMO. That's right. We've been getting botted.
The FOMO frame loads.
The FOMO
It's
frame.
also a Noun day.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It is. Well, here. You know what? I'm going to do the big version.
It still says attempting to settle, but it's probably going to do that on every one now, right?
Nope.
Oh,
Whatever.
nope. Okay. Well,
it's not turned off.
it was not, in fact, turned off. We were told it was, but it was not. Well, that's okay because we still have Nomo nouns, which Ben has fixed. Apparently,
that were the last. That was the gnome and the wolf, right? That were the last ones.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
sick.
Yeah,
and there's a snake.
Oh, and there's a snake.
Can we get a snake on Nomo before we get a snake on nouns? If you haven't played Nomo nouns already, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna sign in with your wallet, or your clicks will not be counted. That's the first step. Sign in with your wallet. Make sure you're on Optimism. You're going to see all these nouns arrayed before you. You're going to pick your favorite from among them.
Choose your character.
Spam click it with all your might every 10 seconds. Half of them are eliminated until we're left with just one. That's going to be the Nomo noun of the day. There's a couple good ones here, but there's only one that I'm interested in. That snake is beautiful.
Potato.
So no, not the potato.
There's a good potato and there's a good fairy floss cotton candy.
And the diamonds.
A lot of these are good, but come on, there's a snake.
There's a snake. Yeah, we got to. I'm so stoked that this is working. Hey?
It's such a good snake too. I'm saving the gay satellite, but I'm going for the snake. You know the snake is good because I'm clicking on it instead of the Decay Pride satellite right next to it.
Saving the potato. All right. Oh man, I'm so stoked all this is working as expected, or as I hoped.
Yeah, you've been working hard on this the last couple days for sure.
Yeah, I did a few sleepless nights to figure out how it all worked behind the scenes and stuff. It's crazy. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my potato.
Okay, final four. We got a potato, a snake, a diamond, and a gnome.
Oh, it's running a bit slow though, isn't it?
Final round.
I think we just need to upgrade our ourselves.
Versus gnome. Who will win? Who will lose? 3, 2, 1, fight!
Oh, we got to mint snake before nouns. No votes on the gnome. Gnome goes pop. Pop.
Reptile wins. Animality.
I can't believe we got a snake before now. Well, this is what you get when you rug us on FOMO over and over and over again.
The next test is, will it mint the correct one we're looking at? The snake. Let's see.
Only one way to find out.
That's it. We test in production. Literally. Like I tested it, but like all the tests run with like dummy content or testnet content, not the live contracts. So like everything theoretically works, but you don't get to see, like you can't just test mint the actual nouns ones. So this is good so far. Except the Noun O'Clock app, I think, is not going to work in the iframe. We might have to remove it or something, or change it.
It was working a little while ago. I think it just depends on if you.
Well, because I pushed the update today, so I thought it was working when I looked at it earlier, but then it wasn't just then. I was like, I think it's just. I looked at the console. It looks like the Wallet Connect provider for the Noun O'Clock app is too old compared to the Nomo website. So now there's like a mismatch. The wallet's trying to connect to the Noun O'Clock live site in the frame and then busting the frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the frame's not broken. Like, as soon as FOMO comes on, the timer works and we got to play FOMO there. So it's just the Noun O'Clock app. But
that's unfortunate. Yeah. I really like the Noun O'Clock app.
Yeah, hopefully maybe we have to take over that too. Might have to take over and maintain that one as well.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, neither. I think we should. Yeah.
We used it more than the original team that built it ever did.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Well, it minted the correct snake, sunrise snake. Love it. It's a beautiful one too, on yellow background. So good.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. Fantastic. All right. Well, we got a Nomo noun, and now it is time for, if you want to mint the first ever, the first ever successful noun snake is not a noun. It is a Nomo noun. I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me feels proud. Part of me feels vaguely upset that we keep getting rugged on FOMO. But you know what? It's a dubious honor, but an honor nonetheless. So pick up Nomo noun number 1311. This beautiful snake, sunrise snake we got today, 0.00069 ETH. That's 217 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury. It goes to funding artists on Chain, the Nouniverse, and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, congratulations
Today
to
lined up.
What?
Today was aligned.
Today was aligned. We were minting 5 nouns. So first, congratulations to Forsovich.eth on that retro radio. And what are we gonna get for collective noun number 380? And it is another wet money dolphin. Isn't there another one that looks just like this?
Yeah, it was like not even long ago either, was it?
No, I remember because I ended up playing Green Dolphin Street as the outro music.
Yeah, I'm looking. There it is. Yeah, number 371.
Oh wait, really? It was that soon?
Yeah, 371.
Oh, it's just a different colored shirt.
Yeah, so good.
Awesome. Well, 380, we got another dolphin, and this one goes into the Clownder's wallet. 381, we've got a small boy fishing on a gunk suit.
Business gunk trip. That's good.
And finally, on auction for the next 24 hours, 382 is... Oh, God, that's hideous.
It's like spitting the prawn out. The fuck is this prawn?
We've got a yin and yang head on a yellow background with a gunk shirt and a shrimp.
It's good.
You know what? It's certainly interesting. I will give it that.
At least it's not another ship in a bottle.
We actually saw there's ship in the bottles like not even in the top 10.
Yeah, there's only like 6 of them, and CRP Daddy has like 7 of those.
Plunger was in the lead, like 13, I think.
Plunger now has disproportionately the most, like double most of them.
It's just an illusion.
Yeah, well, it's because all of the ship in the bottles were really close to the beginning. Damn it! Now I have the fucking if I could save time in a bottle. I just if somebody posted on Blue Sky the other day, there was the video of from the Muppets where Jim Henson sang it as like the Muppet that was de-aging himself and then it reverted. You ever seen that video? It's really good.
Don't think so.
I'll find it and send it to you. Brett, I think you'd appreciate it too. It's like I arguably more so with the puppetry. It's very well done. Also, it was brilliant for somebody like me because people often, when you think of Jim Henson, you think of the puppetry and all the characters, and like a lot of people, what sort of goes to the wayside until you bring it up is how brilliant of a voice actor he is. He's playing the same character but de-aging over the course of the song, and his voice changes appropriately on each chorus. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to listen to. Anyway, that's beside the point. Collective noun number 382 is a yin and yang head. First one we've seen in a little while. If you want to pick this up, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be for the next 23 hours and 55 minutes. Yellow Collective is an on-chain club devoted entirely to funding artists in the Nouniverse and beyond, and that is artists of any stripe. It doesn't matter if you're digital, physical, sculptor, photographer, musician, dancer, whatever. We're interested. So check it out. There's a yellow channel on Warpcast that I very much recommend. I'm not at all biased. Anyway. What has been happening? It's a Saturday, so we were going to keep it light today.
Before we get too far away from yellow, I just pinned up again the spotlight piece.
Yes, thank you. The
Nice.
Based in Yellow Spotlight Edition. It's a wonderful little stop motion animation. Toady has it posted up in the yellow channel that I just mentioned. Here, I'll stream so that I can open this up for you there. And this is a completely like hand animated. It was a weird process, but we have a BTS video posted up as well, where this artist she designed the cutouts on her computer, got them cut out, by machine, like on one of those. What'd you say the machine was called, Brett? I forget what it.
Like a Cricut.
Yeah.
A Cricut cutter.
Like on a Cricut cutter, and then moved them around by hand to make this little stop motion thing. What were you saying, Brett?
It's like a little stencil cutter machine.
Yeah. I've always wanted one of those. One of the big ones that lets you do laser etching and stuff. I'd have a field day. I do that stuff anyway, but I just have a Dremel and patience. But yeah. It is really cool, and you should check it out. The way that these Based in Yellow Spotlight editions work, I've explained it before, but basically we commission the artist in full up front to do their work. And then once we have it, we sell it as a Based in Yellow Spotlight edition, and we do a revenue share with them. So they get both the original, their commission fee, as well as the rev share with the Yellow Collective after the fact. So it really is about having the funds to support artists while also keeping ourselves sustainable. So if you want to be a part of that mission, yellowcollective.xyz is the place to be. Anyway, what else has been happening? Might as well go over some proposals. It is a Saturday, so we usually keep it pretty light.
You know what has happened? Again, before we go too far from yellow. Changed my Warpcast PFP for the first time in quite a while. And I made it the amazing, theoretical, doesn't exist yet, spray can with the RGB noggles and body. And I'm like, I love it because it just looks like a spray can with its brand on.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to change it to the snake though. I think I only just did that yesterday. Now I feel like I got to be the spray can for a while, but now I want to put the snake up too to celebrate, but I can't decide what to do. So I'm in a yellow no-mo dilemma here. Maybe I'll put the other one on Twitter.
Dilemma?
Yeah. Let's yeah, I'll do that. I'll put the snake on Twitter. That makes sense.
Right. So the PFP attached to your ENS is going to continue being the one that you're known for. Your tavern PFP is going to be your cake. Your Warpcast is going to be the spray paint can, and your Twitter is going to be the Nomo Noun.
The Nomo Snack. Yeah, I think there could be a couple others too.
Well, if nothing else, at least you're consistent.
Consistently inconsistent.
There it is.
Yeah,
the dot noun. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of like my base PFP. I usually set that everywhere, and then the other ones that are kind of easier to change and stuff, I'll flip them out. But then I mixed up my ENS recently with like putting nouns in one and then delegating to another, and then changing the default from Ben Body to Banana, and then putting the cake on one of them. So and then the dot noggles ones are different again. So they're like mixed up on every platform because they all cache them all differently. So it's a mishmash. I don't know who I am. It's a, what do you call that? A nounish identity crisis.
Who am I?
Yeah. But the cake on Twitter can change. It is now cake to snake.
I just realized you could do that in like fitting the tune and the rhyming structure. You would just change 24601 to noun 1111. It's not as clever, but sorry, theater nerd. That spray paint does look good though. I like the Nomo more. I'm gonna be honest. If you changed it to this, I also feel
no
like
one's
Twitter. This might be me, because I just the Twitter algorithm. But hanging out on Blue Sky and on Warpcast has made me realize just how shitty Twitter has gotten. I know
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been making jokes about Twitter being a flawless platform with no flaws for years now, but like, I having sufficiently escaped it for my social interactions, it feels. How can I put this? It's I've been on Twitter since 2009 on my old account, on my main account. I have recently requested an archive so I can nuke the damn thing. So that's how done I am with Twitter on a personal level. But it feels like because I've been there for literally over half my life. 2009, 15 years ago, I'm 29 now. Over half of my life, I've been on Twitter. And it feels like
Crazy.
now I'm realizing that I've been sort of, a frog boiling slowly. Where, and I know that metaphor doesn't actually work in real life, but beside the point, I feel like I've just because I've been there so consistently, I haven't noticed how bad it's gotten.
Yeah.
And except now I'm hanging out mostly, like I said, I'm mostly on like Blue Sky and or Warpcast for, my personal like fun and then nouns respectively. And I mean, it's just the difference in not having an algorithm that prioritizes people being shitheads is so refreshing. Genuinely. Like, because that's what the Twitter algorithm does, transparently. It rewards controversy. It rewards inflammatory posting because that gets more people to click on it. Blue Sky, what rewards you is having people follow you. So the more people who want to hear what you say is how you get, more involvement. It's not how many people, react to a thing. It's how many people care about what you have to say in total. And it makes which is how Twitter used to be run 10 years ago. And so Blue Sky feels like Twitter did 10 years ago. Also, the block button is fucking nuclear. I love it. It like IP bans them if you block somebody on Blue Sky, so they just can't see your account exists anymore.
Oh, nice.
It's wonderful. It feels so much safer. Like every time Twitter takes 2 steps back, Blue Sky takes 4 steps forward. It's hysterical. And Warpcast is the same way. I mean, they it's much more, on-chain values aligned than Blue Sky is, obviously, but same way of like, you are rewarded by not being a shitty human being. Which seems like the bare minimum for what you would want in a platform, but what am I talking about? I've only been on social medias and managing them professionally for my entire adult life. Anyway, tangent over. What else has been going on?
Not much.
Yeah.
I've been doing some shit coining, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
We did experience recently we didn't talk about this on the show the other day, but we did experience recently an AI setting up a coin with another AI with no humans involved, which was slightly worrying.
Crazy, hey? Yeah, I bought it. I was definitely playing.
Fucking course you did.
I bought heaps of it actually, and it did really well.
And the AI's like, wait, I can just rug?
Yeah, that's I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is cool. Technology thing, fun. That's kind of like the meta at the moment too. Everyone's talking about AIs doing stuff and agents and everything. And then also like there's not a founder that's going to rug. I'm like, this is a no-brainer for me. I went pretty heavy.
The founder was an AI rugged, sorry.
Imagine that.
It's like the founder who died during Mint.
And now I can't even call them clankers anymore because somebody decided to use that for an actual name of one of the fucking AIs. So now I have to come up with a new slur.
No, it's still good. That's a still good slur. That's
You know,
funny.
it's the internet when we're like, we have to come up with a way to insult these robots. That's
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah, I said this to Prof the other day, but there's a Ben, you might know about this. You remember there was like a meeting at IBM in the 70s where they were talking about machines making decisions for companies?
Oh,
And the original
yeah.
quote was like, a machine can never be held accountable and therefore must never make management decisions. And then somebody else took that and went, a machine can never be held accountable. Cool. And decided to make machines do all the management decisions. I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of what's happening here.
I know. It's pretty wild when you think about it. Like what the crypto landscape looks like when there's these like crazy intelligent, or I don't know if intelligence is the word, but whatever, the
No,
crazy advanced
they're very
AIs.
no, their intelligence is unquestionable. It's
Yeah,
not a matter of them being, but some of the smartest people I know are also deeply stupid. Like the two are not mutually
yeah,
exclusive.
that's right. It's interesting
I'm
to see.
deeply stupid and smart. Like
Yeah, and the crazy thing is if they work out how to, like, because they're out there building a community and things like that. They're trying to foster connections between humans and AIs and rewarding people, tipping people, like getting people involved in its activities. And now it can communicate with another AI and start creating coins and generating wealth for themselves that then they can distribute to humans as well, just for kind of participating in whatever they're working on, which is somehow technically going to always be a collab with the human because it's kind of got to be prompted to be. Um, it's pretty crazy to think because it's like having these devs and deployers and community mods and all of that never sleep and can speak to multiple people at the same time. It's they could run some shit really well, and
they could run, they
something
could.
they do might blow
I
up
don't know
a
if they
lot.
could run things really well. I think they could run things really efficiently.
Yeah. That
That
could
is
be
not
different.
synonymous.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see though. I think there's
I'm getting very
yeah,
the trains run on time energy from some of it. It's like, yeah, you can make really really efficient decisions if you rely on math, but also it's
yeah,
kind of scary.
it's pretty nuts.
Like here's the thing. If there were, and I know I'm not so much beating a dead horse as taking a dead horse and beating another dead horse with it at this point. But there's if there was true AI, if we hit like singularity, if we hit an AI that could think for itself and more importantly could feel for itself, not just a pile of numbers. I mean, like essentially, if we gave a computer a soul, I would be in favor of that. That would be another, individual. That would, thinking, feeling, whatever. It would be a person. But as long as it's a calculator with a natural language UI, that concerns me. Does that make
Yeah,
sense? Like, as long as it doesn't have emotional responses to things, I get worried. Because essentially, at that point, you've created a sociopath with a brain the size of a planet.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
which
crazy.
is like any way you frame that is like, even if it turns out completely benign, that's still scary.
Yeah,
Look, we're protected. We have the sword of Damocles hanging above us just in case anybody does anything wrong. It's like, you don't want that in a moderator position because it's aiming at you too.
yeah.
I have opinions about this. Anyway, it is definitely interesting to watch though. I'm not very comfortable with it, but it does sometimes when you see all this going on Workcast, and it does kind of feel like you walk into one of these channels sometimes, and then you just hear in the background like
Yeah.
Hawk cries. Tumbleweed rolls across the. Anyway. The man with no name saunters out of an alleyway. Anyway, I I could keep going, but I'm not going to for the sake of anyone listening. We do have a bunch of proposals up that I want to go through, although none of them have had an overabundance of activity except for the first two. First of all, Nouncil Unchained did end up 6-27. Did Nouncil even vote on this? They didn't, right?
Yes. Is it finished?
It's finished.
Yeah.
And the vote didn't go in?
No,
Doesn't look like it.
it didn't.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it finished 8 hours ago. Vote didn't go in.
Oh, I could have sworn that one went in. Super weird. Because
Well,
we had to re-sponsor Fatty But Happy's proposal as well, and it was like at the same time.
maybe
Weird.
that's
I'll
why.
go check. Yeah, I don't know. Because they were separate transactions. But maybe I might be thinking of a different one. There's a lot of props at the moment.
This is the one from Water Drops. The
Yeah.
Nouncil, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it failed and
we're
Nouncil voted
signing, I
against,
can't even
so-
see the number. Yeah, I know. It's probably better that it didn't go up then. Really?
Maybe, yeah.
It just makes it look worse. Hey, I want to get funded. We'll do a Nouncil thing, and Nouncil's like, no.
Well, again, and I was one of them, and I told Water Drops this. I was like, I voted against this because it feels weird that you put this up without going through Nouncil. Like,
Yeah.
anything that, and I'm not even against necessarily the prop itself. I just don't want to see it on chain unless it's on chain through Nouncil. Like, it feels like we need to be behind that before
Yeah.
it can pass. So, anyway, we'll see where that goes. The voting on that ended 9 hours ago. Glitch produces Nounish art is currently sitting at 2-32. That ends in 7 hours. Not looking great. The first tournouncement, 0-35 with 2 abstains. Send Klim to Designer Con. I'm not reading that entire prop name. Sitting at 8-5. That ends in 2 days. Nouns, the 3 nouns to the Nouns Amigos, sitting at 2-15. The Precious Noggles, Prescription Noggles, the good Noggles, is sitting at 2-1, but that just opened. And Noun Sense, this clothing prop. Ben, I saw you already abstained on this. I'm going to as well,
Yeah.
but I was having trouble with my wallet right before the show. What are your
I
feelings on this?
really love what they are and what they're doing, but then like kind of checking the price. There's 200 pieces. It's almost $500 today per piece. And I was kind of like,
Yeah.
yeah, but no. Like, obviously, people should get paid to do the stuff and whatever, but I feel like there's, I don't know. There could be like a different way to approach it where there's more available. Maybe there doesn't need to be more. I don't know. I want to wear them, but I also think it's expensive. So I was kind of like, well, I can't go for or against. I'm on the fence here. So I had to abstain. But I love the idea. I really want my own cut and sew nouns inspired clothing. That would be pretty epic.
Yeah.
And maybe
same.
that's just how much they cost. And maybe if they did like a pre-order thing, it could be cool. Because I sure as shit, if they were like, yeah, it's $400 cut and sew, whatever, I'd be like, I'll take 2. You know what I mean? I want one for each young. But when they come to the DAO and be like, can we fund this up front? I kind of feel like, well, we've been burnt before with a similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, like what you can test the waters for how many need to be made with a pre-sale where people got to lay down their money. And yeah, it could be a good thing. But
Yeah, I really like the designs they made so far, especially the ones with the yellow collective in the prop. I love those. But my thing with one, I agree with Jarman. Like having the ask be in ETH while the budget is in USD. Like we're paid in ETH, so I'm all for like an ETH native organization. If team compensation, you want that to be an ETH, fine. Like that doesn't bother me. But materials acquisition and all of that being in USD in the budget, but but they're asking for ETH, that feels weird to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that definitely like a USD budget, just ask for USD.
Yeah, either ask for USD or put the like. Actually, the budget should be in USD for something like this. Ask for either entirely USD or change the team composition to ETH, and then ask for USD plus team composition as ETH, if you really want to do that.
Yeah, that would make sense to me for sure.
Yeah, either one of those I think would be fine. But having, because also like in the time since this prop went up, since it like not since it was up for voting, but since it became available for viewing as not a candidate, like when it was in that editing phase, ETH has gone up like what, $1,000?
Yeah.
So that's like 29,000 extra dollars. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's exactly that.
I'm slightly exaggerating, but not much. It will have gone up $1,000 by the time this passes or fails, more likely than not. We're already at 3,200, and it started at like 24.
I mean, it's at least half that, I think. So yeah, it's still quite a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, I kind of like the ETH native charging ETH, do everything in ETH, but same time, like, yeah, if you want to be
again, like I said, if it's
the treasury,
when it's people, when you're paying people for their work, if they want to be paid in ETH, all for it. I love ETH native orgs. I think it's saying we believe in this, in what's going on here, and we want to get paid in ETH, and that's what we want to do. That makes sense to me. But when you're talking about physical costs, like this is a physical item, it kind of makes more sense to use USDC for that. Because it's not a matter of whether or not you believe in the thesis of Ethereum. It's you need to take this off chain and give it to people in the real world. Like that's how that works. Unless everybody involved is also ETH native, in which case put the fucking budget in ETH. Like it's not that like it's not that the ask is in ETH and the budget is in USD, and that the ask should be in USD. It's that they should match. I don't care if you change the budget or the ask, just make sure they make sense together.
Yeah.
It's that and what you said of like I don't like that it's that expensive. You know what I really want to see? I want to see a prop like this where they're like, we're going to make things that are inspired by nouns and make them available for people who maybe wouldn't necessarily be able to buy a noun. I like that idea much more. I want to be able to be like, hey, I know a noun is expensive, but if you just like the aesthetics of it, check out this sweater, right? I want to be able to send stuff like that to my friends because they don't care about the on-chain stuff. They only care about the way it looks. That would be cool. You could even do something like, 20% of all of the shirt proceeds. Yeah, the shirt's a little expensive, but 20% of the proceeds go towards, rebuilding Davin's school or whatever you want to, right? There's so many ways to do it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of, like... I understand the purpose of luxury stuff. I'm not against it. But I feel like we have so much of it already that I'm just like, I don't... It's not compelling to me.
Yeah. It kind of is to me, but it's because I'm like a hoarder collector.
Right. So it's compelling on that level. I
just want more stuff.
That makes sense. But also, and like, so, and it makes sense too that like, okay, these are token gated to nouns. Like, yeah, I get it. But also, like, I feel like other projects have done that already. like other communities. You know, I mean, and admittedly, they said themselves like this was inspired by the Tiffany and Co. CryptoPunks thing.
Yeah.
So like I get it, but also, I don't know. I would want to see a piece inspired by my noun, but I don't know if I would want to pay 0.145 ETH to get it.
Mm.
Like I don't know if it's that worth it to me. I can very easily make a piece that I would wear every day inspired by my noun, and I could go on Fiverr and get somebody to make it and it would be fine. Like obviously it wouldn't have this, it's not really comparable, but my point is like, I'm just not a collector, so maybe I just don't get it. Everything I collect are things that I
Yeah.
like using. I collect construction tools because I like having options for how I'm going to build something, but I don't collect I don't buy a drill bit and then just stare at it. If I stare at it and don't use it for a year, I sell it. Because I don't fucking need it. Like, I don't know. I'm weird about that sort of thing, I think. Or maybe everybody else is weird and I'm the only normal one. I'm not sure which it is yet.
We'll never know.
We'll never know.
We're all in the same boat.
Anyway, so there's that prop. I did send feedback on Warpcast about it because it was way too long for a vote with reason or a signal. And the main thing that I highlighted was like you gotta deal with this budget thing, man. Oh, by the way, on Nomo, it looks like the Noun O'Clock.app frame works for some reason.
No way. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's working for me.
What? That's what I checked it this morning and it was working. And
much like some people I know, it seems to be consistently inconsistent.
Maybe it was broken. And maybe the botter was like, maybe I can go in that way, and just was like DDoSing the Noun O'Clock app to try and FOMO through there instead because the other one wasn't working. I don't know. Now I'm curious, but yeah, it's definitely working for me. Well, this is a good sign. I still see the same errors in the console though. Weird.
Huh.
Yeah. It all works, so whatever. Maybe the bridge. Oh yeah, it's the app optimism bridge. Oh no, it worked.
Do you think people would be concerned if they realized how often those of us who like build computer related things go, well, it works, so whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think they'd be worried? I realize like there's something my friend told me where when I was working in IT, because he's also been in IT for like 20 some odd years, and he was talking about like sometimes people you'll help somebody and they'll be like I'm convinced that what you do is magic, and I as I've gotten older I've realized that they might have a point, and I said, what do you mean? It's not magic, it's just it's just using a computer. He goes, yeah, I know exactly. We're wiggling our fingers over tablets of runes to make lightning dance on a pane of glass. If that's not magic, I don't know what is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, you know what? That's fair. And I feel a little bit better about sometimes just going, oh no, it worked.
Yeah. The magic is happening.
Yeah. Maybe somebody with really, really good computer mana got near the server.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Computer mono?
Yeah, the computer mana.
Oh, mana?
Mana, like the life spirit. Like when somebody is really, really good with computers, and then sometimes a computer that's giving somebody trouble, that somebody who's good with computers just sits in front of it and it just fixes itself.
Oh yeah.
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 Computer mana.
I do that all the time. Yeah.
Me too.
I haven't heard it referred to as that, but yeah, I'm that guy. Like they go, "What did you do?" I'm like, "I literally just did what you normally do. Just press
I
this
think the
button."
problem, yeah, I think the problem here was an interface issue between the keyboard and the chair.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good old
I
ID10T
always
error.
saw that. I always feel like computers have got some kind of personality, and you respect them, and then they just work for you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is why
unless it's a Windows.
mine is inconsistent because I do respect the computers that I work with and I try really hard to take care of them, and then I go online and I call AIs fucking clankers. So, it's
Well, they're different computers.
they're different computers.
Different guy.
Anyway, I don't know how we got here. Um, the only other props that we have got up right now is the final prop for the Nouns movie. It starts in 12 hours. I am very excited about this. It is pricey, but compared to other movies of this quality and that are feature length, I mean, it's dirt cheap. So, the final proposal is asking for $1,125,000, I believe. Yeah, USDC.
Yeah,
Which will
it's a
bring the
lot.
total cost, because they put that in here. I thought they put it in here. Did they not put the total cost of the movie in here? Was I full of shit?
No, it's in there.
Am I blind?
I just happen to have it open on this other tab here. Let's have a look. I think it's
Oh
like
no,
right at
there
the
it
end.
is.
Yeah, spend so far 1.625.
Yeah, so that means that the total after this is going to be 2,750,000 USDC if this prop passes. And under 3 million for this quality of a feature-length animated movie. That's not
it's
even
pretty nuts.
that's not even a shoestring budget. That is floss.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like the quality is pretty like off the charts.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm probably
a
gonna
big
vote
fan.
yes.
Oh yeah, I've already voted yes in my brain. This and
Like if
Nouns and
Nouns
Sports, I
dies,
think,
this
are.
is a movie we can like if for whatever reason Nouns is dead, we can be like, well, we made a movie. Look at this.
I think, yeah, there's certain. Here's the way that I would put it: is there are certain proposals, there's certain Nouns projects that when you are talking to somebody about things that Nouns has accomplished, they are the first things that you mention. And I think that this is one of them. I think the others that are roughly on the same tier, and they're at different price levels. But I think ones that are roughly on the same tier are the glasses for kids. That's a huge one that I mentioned to everybody. The float in the Rose Parade, and the documentary going along with it. This movie is huge. Nouns Fest, like the animation festival, and weirdly the frog.
Yep. I cover the same things.
Those are like my top 5 props.
People like the frog. People think
like
the frog is cool because they think crypto and NFTs is all just like art and tech stuff, and then we're like, yeah, there's a newly discovered frog that we got the naming rights to.
Yeah.
The Nouns Frog.
I also
donated money to the Rainforest Foundation.
I was looking back at that, yeah, and I was like, how there are a lot of people during the Duna stuff that were like, oh well, Nouns isn't a charity, so why would we want to? And then I was like, huh, and I scrolled all the way back down to Proposal 1, and I was like, you wanna take a look at this? For anybody who doesn't know, the first ever Nouns proposal that passed, it was proposed on August 19th, I want to say, in 2021. So like a week 2 weeks after the project, less than 2 weeks after the project launched. And it donated 5 ETH a piece to 6 charities. They were the Tor Project, the Rainforest Foundation, Internet Archive, Freedom of the Press, Give Crypto, and Coal something. Yeah, Coal Restoration. Yeah, check this out. First ever proposal. So yeah, that's cool. I just thought that was worth bringing up. Anyway, we have been here for almost an hour. We've talked about all the proposals that are live. The only one left is Fatty But Happy's light brown noggles. I don't know how I feel about these yet.
Yeah. What I remember thinking, like, what's the name? Like, we sponsored it through Nouncil and stuff. And then I was like, what's the name of this trait going to be? Light browns? Like, is it going to be Noggles light browns?
Yeah. The lowercase b.
Light
I would
browns,
have called it just sepia tone.
Yeah, I kind of
Sepia
look at it and
noggles.
think like I one of them's like the honey color. So I was looking at them kind of like
Half
gray
honey noggles.
half honey, gray honey. I was thinking gray honey, but yeah, half honey kind of works too. It's pretty funny.
just the hun noggles. Just HON. Why are they called that? Well, they're half honey.
But yeah, I don't mind them because they're kind of similar colors to each other, and I do like the muted brown vibes. But I'm not a huge multicolored Noggle fan. Fatty just wants a real. He's trying so hard to get all his multicolors in. He's like, I need to get a multicolor set in. And I actually really liked the last ones, the greenish pink ones, because they looked like ice cream that I had once, and it just felt Nownish to me. I'm like, all right, this is like the one multicolor I think I'll like. But I feel bad always saying no to him, and I've told him straight, like, I don't like multicolored Noggles, but he's like,
Yeah,
you only
the
have 2
last one
votes.
too.
I'm gonna try
I
again.
sent him a DM and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, keep voting no on you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like this one might get support because it's. I feel like they will look good on anything because they're quite similar colors. Like zoomed out, they're almost.
This
the
is
same
definitely
color.
the one I like the most out of the ones he's proposed.
Yeah.
He has they're not multi noggles, but he made another pair of noggles that are just lavender color that are really nice too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'd love a nice light purple like this.
Speaking of muted brown, I've been talking this entire time and I forgot to unmute myself after coughing. Yeah, I feel bad. I don't know. I'm not a fan of multi-noggles.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan at all. But...
like scrolling through them on the Noundry gallery, like they look pretty good with a lot of the heads.
The ones that like, he's got up now.
Yeah, light brown. They're not like super loud like the last ones.
Yeah, they kind of blendy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, out of the multi-noggles I've seen, I like these the most, but they also, I don't know if inoffensive is enough for me to vote yes, because at that point, I just find them boring.
Yeah.
Oh, I found that I've been scrolling for what color.
Not even happy. I still
brown,
love you. I'm sorry.
The brown is the same color as the sand castle, so it makes the sand castle a monocle.
Oh,
really? That's kind of cool. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I see it.
If you can find one.
I've got it up on this stream right now. Here, I'll
cool
save this image so that we can.
There's a lot of them that because it's just that like muted neutral kind of color.
Yeah.
Here, I pinned it up to the tavern so you can see it.
Oh, the couch, not bad on there too.
Oh, and it's the same brown as the peanut.
Oh,
The
the
dark color
way
of the peanut, so it's like a giant black eye almost on the peanut head. It's funny.
try and find a pipe. See a pipe. It because of the way the pipe's gradient works, it makes it look like the left noggle's lower than the right. Kind of throws them on an angle, like the right one's higher.
That's
I
weird.
can find it.
Yeah, I've got one up right now.
Oh, and then
Yeah.
the light color is the same as like the mouth of the box.
Yeah, the box. It looks good on the box, I think, and the CRT monitor is the same color as that light color, and one of the shirts too, I think.
I'm
Looks nice
still
on the
looking for a
toaster.
box.
So
I found a
cute.
couch. It does look good on the couch.
Couch is
It
good.
looks really good on the lock.
I haven't seen a lock yet.
I do.
Spam
You were
can,
right. I
not
like
bad.
the sandcastle. It weirdly
Wine barrel is the
looks really matchy
fun.
with the 2 chains.
Oh yeah,
I still
doesn't
haven't
look bad
found a
on the
pipe.
coin either.
On the watch, it doesn't look brown. It looks vaguely silver and gold.
Yeah, they do come across as silver and
There
gold.
there is like a interesting illusion that happens with some of them, like with the other colors.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah,
surrounded by yellow, they look.
yeah. The pipe's the craziest one. Oh, and the aardvark that makes the right one look smaller. That's crazy. The pipe makes it look taller and like sitting higher 1
I
pixel.
still haven't
The
found either
aardvark's
of
like
those. Why
smaller
does it
on the
take me
right.
to scroll? Oh, there's the artwork. Oh, yeah, interesting.
Crazy, yeah, the
I
gold
haven't
looks
seen
smaller.
an aardvark yet. I see
On the
a
aardvark,
mosquito, a capybara.
like the darker one looks smaller.
Yeah, and with the pipe,
Interesting.
it's kind of the same illusion, but it looks like it's shifted up rather than smaller. She's crazy. I kind of like this.
Oh, it's the same color
Oh
as the
yeah,
fax machine too.
the sandcastle
So it's
monocle is
like going into the
crazy.
fax machine.
Oh, is it?
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the gray noggle on the fax machine. It's right there. I still haven't seen an
Looks.
aardvark.
Oh, has it? It kind of has that small illusion on the donut too, because there's the sprinkle right under it, and it's like
Well, it kind of blends into the pie. It makes it look like the left eye's closed a bit, which is interesting. Or the pie's left eye. Stage
Slightly
left.
blended on the wallet as well. Oh, there's the peanut. Oh, I really like the way it
yeah,
looks on the peanut.
the peanut. It doesn't have like the arm bar at all, or the bridge to it. It's just
Yeah,
like the one
I really like that.
gray and like a big.
I'm gonna post this
pot.
up on the tavern as well, just so that everybody can know what we're talking about if they want to click back later. Okay, I can't tell if I'm just blind or if I actually haven't seen an aardvark.
I've only seen one so far. I still haven't seen a pipe.
I've seen a couple pipes.
I'll just reload or refresh the page or something. I don't know.
No? Oh, I did see a really cool wave. It's got the frozen accessory. I really like that. Oh, I see what you mean about the pie. That's cute. All right. Well, we have gone on about this for a good long while. I think we should probably call it pretty soon. Oh, here I found a pipe. Here, I'll save the pipe and then put it up on the tavern for you, Brett. There you go. Ceci n'est pas une pipe.
Oh yeah, it does look like it's taller.
Right? Okay. Well, we have now officially been here for about an hour. So I think I am going to call it for today. And I'm
Cool,
speed
yeah.
scrolling through these to see if I can find an aardvark before I rug us. But so far, Decky 9. Oh, wait, no, found one. That does look pretty good. All right. I think that's going to be it for today. Unless there's anything that I forgot to bring up.
No, not that I know of.
All right. Let me find the... That's not what I wanted. Oh, I didn't save it. All right, whatever. Thanks everybody for coming to 9 o'clock live at the Noun Square. I'm Robot Fish Girl. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Once again, same bat time, same bat channel, about 10:30 p.m. EST. In the meantime, don't forget to pick up Nomo Noun number 1311, this sunrise snake we got today, the first ever snake. 0.00069 ETH, that's 217 USD. 100% of the proceeds go to the Yellow Collective Treasury, which goes to funding artists on chain, the Nouniverse, and beyond. Speaking of the Yellow Collective, Collective Noun number 382, the yin and yang on a gunk shirt with a shrimp on it, on a yellow background, is on auction for the next 24 hours, or 23 hours and 8 minutes, more properly. Yellowcollective.xyz, if you want to check that out, is pinned above in the tavern. If you're joining us from YouTube or Twitter, thank you so much for coming. All of the links that we talked about today are pinned right here, right up above. Don't forget to check out the Based in Yellow edition while you're at it as well. That is not going to be around for very much longer. So, actually, you've got a month. But still, check it out if you can. Otherwise, I think that is everything that we had to talk about. So, don't forget to vote on proposals. Don't forget to give feedback. Even if you don't have a noun, you can still give feedback. And don't forget to take care of yourself this weekend. We will see you back here tomorrow. And thanks for coming.